Hello, today I wanted to introduce to you a program that I use in my classroom fairly often called Screencast-o-Matic. I use this to record my notes videos for my anatomy and physiology students. And my anatomy and physiology class is a flipped classroom, so my students are required to watch these videos before coming to class. It kind of gives them a general idea of what we'll be learning about in class and gives them some time to think on it and really figure out where their questions are before they come to class so that we can then address those questions in class. Typically, I upload my videos into Edpuzzle, which I know another colleague is doing a learning object on, but I really just wanted to highlight the Screencast-o-Matic technology today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Screencast-o-Matic website, which is screencast-o-matic.com. And this is the website it's going to bring you to. So of course you can log in or sign up, which I'll do in just a second. But I wanted to focus on this box for a second because this is what you see when you pull up a recorder, which unfortunately I won't be able to pull up a recorder while I'm recording, so I want to go ahead and highlight this box now. You can take these edges and drag them to the edge of the presentation that you are doing. So whether that's the edge of your screen or if you have kind of a split screen going on where you have PowerPoint slides on one side and your script on the other, and you want to read through your script as you're doing your PowerPoint slides, that's totally fine. You just readjust the size of this box to fit over that presentation, the PowerPoint slides. Now you'll notice you can record a couple of different ways. You can record just your screen, which is what I'm doing now to show you how the technology works, and you can narrate over it. Or you can record yourself speaking to your students via webcam. I rarely ever use this option in anatomy because I do a lot of diagrams and drawings, and it's more important to me that they see those diagrams and drawings than they see me talking about those diagrams and drawings. The third option is actually to do both. So if you choose this option, part of your screen will be recorded and the other part of your screen will show your webcam videotaping you narrating about this. One way that I could see this both feature being used is maybe if you're teaching how to do an interview and you have your presentation up showing the students what to be looking for, eye contact, fidgeting, facial expressions, and you are doing a mock interview with someone and you are demonstrating all of these things. So you're having your students maybe take notes about your eye contact, your fidgeting, and your facial expressions. Now in the free recorder, the maximum amount of time that you can record is 15 minutes, which seems like a lot, but in my anatomy and physiology class, I typically will, as I said, be drawing out diagrams, or I will also just pause at a really important point to be sure that my students get a table or a diagram completely copied down. So I found that some of my videos were going over 15 minutes, so I had to do the yearly subscription to upgrade that, and I'll show you how to do it and what it's called in just a minute. You'll see here that it picks up on your narration automatically, and you can see, are you in the green, are you a little too loud and yellow, or are you really loud and red? I typically stay within these first 3 bars of green. It seems to be fine with my students. They tend to enjoy it. And again, all you'd have to do is click record. When you're done recording, this button will actually turn into a pause button, and then you can select done a little farther down in this toolbar. So if you want to get started, you would sign up if you don't already have an account, but I'm going to log in because I do. And as I log in, you're going to see the first 3 videos that I ever created: Endocrine 1, Endocrine 2, and Endocrine 3. Of course, I made these in very early January. And these were the first ever notes videos that I made for my anatomy and physiology class as I decided I was going to flip the class. When I started, I did not realize that I could just save the video files straight from Screencast-o-Matic to my desktop as MP4 files. Instead, I thought the only option was to upload them onto this account. So that's why these 3 are here, while the rest of them I would just save to my desktop. The not free options that I mentioned earlier, the ones you have to pay for, are these Pro Recorder and Pro Hosting application. So the Pro Recorder allows your videos to be longer than 15 minutes, which again, several of mine end up being near 20 minutes just because of my pause for emphasis. And Pro Hosting, which would allow people to access all of my videos from this site without necessarily needing to log into my account to see the videos. This could be another option for students to view my videos, but because I want to hold them accountable, I use Edpuzzle so that I can input those multiple choice questions and see who watched the video and how well they were paying attention during the video. Now I want to pop up this actual recorder box to show you what it will look like on your computer when you open it. So this is what you will see, and typically there are videos here. I accidentally deleted this one, so I'm going to do an undelete feature here. Maybe if it will work. There it goes. So that I can show you all of the cool features that you can do in this window. So I'm going to open this. You see down here it has all of my audio. So if I wanted to preview my video, I could do it here, and it would allow me to edit the video. And if I click on this edit button here, it takes me into an even more complicated video editing software, but it's actually very easy to use. So you see here my pixels. It picked up on my narration. If I decided that I didn't actually want to narrate it, all I would have to do is click this here to uncheck the box, and all of my audio would be removed from this video. You can choose to highlight your cursor, as I've done in this video, or if you don't want your cursor to be viewed at all, which typically in my anatomy videos I don't, I can uncheck that and it will remove any instances of my cursor moving in this window. Now, one tool that I really like is this cut feature. So if there was a section of this video that I really struggled with pronouncing words or something like that, which happens more often than I'd like to admit in anatomy, I can actually come here to the beginning of the section I would like to cut. I can click Add Cut, and then I can just click and drag over to where I want to cut, and it will allow me to preview the section that I'm cutting to make sure that's the part that I really do want to get rid of. It tells me the length of time that I'm cutting, which in this case would be 4.44 seconds. I can cancel my option, or I can click OK, and it will all be edited out of my video. So now you can see that big empty space is completely gone. So I'm going to go ahead and click Done. That's the feature that I've used most in this video editor. And now you'll see here, I always thought that I had to upload my videos to Screencast-o-Matic.com. Turns out I do not. I can save them as a video file on my desktop. But there are even more options here. So you can also upload to YouTube, upload to Vimeo, Google Drive, or Dropbox. So maybe if you wanted to use videos for a purpose outside of class, Dropbox would be your best option. I know several of our colleagues are just now discovering Google Drive because their schools are getting ready to integrate students one-to-one with technology. So Google Drive would be a great place for these videos if you shared your folder of videos with your students. I personally have never used Vimeo, so I can't really tell you much about that. But the reason that I stopped uploading my videos to YouTube is that with my anatomy and physiology class, some of my videos got blocked by our firewall and by our school's protection on YouTube. The first video that I noticed it with was my blood video. Apparently students shouldn't be watching videos about blood while they're at school or using their school computer. So that got really frustrating, and that's how I discovered Edpuzzle was an even better site to use for this purpose. Again, I can delete my video from here, but I will go back here to show you how I deleted it from this home page and then how I went back and undeleted it. So you just click on Manage Recordings, and then you have to click on your video so you see one selected, and you can just select Delete. Now, it does pop up in this folder so that if you decide before you completely close out of the technology that you didn't actually want to delete that video, much like I did earlier, you can select Undelete, and you can select the video you want to undelete, or you can commit your deletes, so they will really be gone as soon as you close out of this technology. Now there's still some features of Screencast-O-Matic that I'm familiarizing myself with. The first is the scripted section. I do script all of my recordings, but I've been doing it in Word documents and just reading the Word documents. And I want to see if this scripted feature allows for closed captioning on my videos. I have a lot of students that have asked if I can do closed captioning, and I haven't figured out how to yet. So I'm hoping this might be my answer, but I'm not sure if it will be or not. I haven't been able to play with it yet. So I hope this video has been a good introduction for you to Screencast-O-Matic. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me or go to the frequently asked questions on the Screencast-O-Matic website, and enjoy using this technology. Thanks.